Okay, so we're going to get a quick word from Eva, who's been traveling the country with Refuse Fascism organizing tour. Then we're going to bring our speakers back up and we're going to take questions, and we are going to hear from them in exchange. Welcome, Eva.
Thank you. Before 2 months ago, I had never been politically active. During the election, I was in college, about to graduate, and I was hoping to start a career in museum education, which I would later find out is nearly impossible without the National Endowment for the Arts, which Trump plans to cut entirely. Throughout the fall, I was disgusted, shocked, and alarmed by Trump's illegitimate rise to power. But I felt like there was nothing I could do. I traveled to DC for Inauguration Day protests and the Women's March, and it was my first protest ever. I met Refuse Fascism, and I was very moved that there was an organization out there fighting for the rights of all people who were under attack by the Trump-Pence regime. And as I read the call to action, I began to realize that we are confronting fascism here, and that the dangers are too severe to overlook. I suddenly knew that if I didn't do something to stop this, I would always regret it. So when I heard about the Refuse Fascism national tour to drive out the Trump-Pence regime, I made a very spontaneous decision to quit my job and join the tour. Thanks. We traveled for a full month, venturing out from New York and driving our van all the way to El Paso, Texas. We hosted organizing meetings, participated in informal gatherings and discussions, led rallies and marches, spent time on several university campuses, and made a powerful impact at the South by Southwest Music Festival in Austin. I had never really been to the South before, so I was expecting an overwhelming amount of Trump supporters in all of these so-called red states, but this was not the case at all. Everywhere we went, we encountered a broad sentiment against Trump and Pence. At the same time, there is a process of normalization and accommodation happening, and this is something we really have to work to challenge. But the millions we need are out there, even in the red states, who hate this regime and don't want to live in a Trump world. We are calling on you to join us. It is time for us to unite and act together now, before it's too late. We need to be the leaders of the thousands, to go on and lead the millions in mass resistance, to stop this fascist regime, to drive it from power. So, who is Refuse Fascism? Our single unifying mission is to drive out the Trump-Pence regime. We're an organization for anyone who hates what this administration is doing. Whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, an independent, a socialist, an anarchist, a communist, or totally unsure, if you're against the hatred embodied in this fascist regime, you need to join us. We manifest the power of no everywhere. No in the name of humanity. We refuse to accept a fascist America. We mobilize to meet every outrage committed by this regime with greater and greater resistance. And this is something that Andy just drew from our call to action, but I'm going to say it again because it's really important. We are getting organized, working with all our creativity and determination toward the time when millions of people can be moved to fill the streets of cities and towns day after day and night after night, declaring this whole regime illegitimate, demanding and not stopping until the Trump-Pence regime is driven from power. So if you're concerned about what Trump and Pence are doing, if you see the dangers we're facing, and if you believe that we all have a responsibility to stop their vicious attacks before it's too late. Become part of Refuse Fascism. I want to share 2 concrete ways you can make a major difference right now. One is donating to refusefascism.org. This is a great way to become part of this movement from wherever you are. This message needs to get out everywhere. All throughout the national tour, everywhere we traveled, people were very deeply inspired by our message. They would see our banner that says, "Drive out the Trump-Pence regime," and they'd say, "Wow, that would be awesome. I wish that was possible." And it's up to us to show them that it is. People need to know about this organization that's against the whole regime and that is working every single day toward preventing a fascist America. Our banners, posters, stickers, pins, t-shirts, hats, and flyers make a big visual impact on the world around us. Our national office and our amazing local chapters around the country are busy every day organizing leaders around the country. And the national tour helped transform the thinking of thousands of people where we went, some of whom got organized into new chapters and took on the responsibility of standing up for humanity. We need funds to continue doing all of this. We want to see the image "No" in every corner of every city. We want 10 tours traveling around the country all at once. We want everyone to be able to get on the bus to DC this Saturday for the Climate March. We want billboards in major cities provoking questions in the minds of hundreds of thousands of people. So you are needed. Donate as much as you can to make a real difference. We won't be able to mobilize millions without your support, so we're asking you to think big. We're gonna pass the hat, and if you don't have cash, we accept credit card and PayPal. You can go on your phone and you can do it right now at refusefascism.org, or stop by our table before you leave. And if you're watching online, you can donate at refusefascism.org. And secondly, join us this Saturday at the People's Climate March in Washington, D.C. We will be there marching with tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people. We're going to be protesting at the very halls of power. We're going to surround the White House. And protesting does matter. We are standing up against this regime's abominable attacks on our environment, and as an organization, we're building for the time when millions come together in the streets in mass resistance to actually drive this regime out of office. So if you're in the live audience, stop by the Refuse Fascism table in the back there and get your bus ticket for Saturday. If you're watching online, meet us in DC and let's march together in our contingent saying no. You can find the details and the location to meet up with us on our website, refusefascism.org. And if you really can't make it to DC, find the No contingent marching in your area. Print out signs and order stickers and t-shirts online to spread this message everywhere. So I want to close by sharing an experience I had just 2 days ago. I haven't even told really anyone about this yet, but I was with some of the volunteers out at a subway station handing out flyers. And 2 little girls came up to me. They were sisters, 10 and 11 years old. They wanted to get a sticker. So after I explained that we were working against Trump to stop all the bad things he's doing, one of them said, "Oh, well that's good, because after Donald Trump won the election, some of the people at my school started being really mean to me, and I think it's because I'm Black and Muslim. They call me the N-word, and they kicked me and pushed me. I'm really scared." The hateful rhetoric and aggressive policies of the Trump-Pence regime have real consequences. They're hurting these young girls. They're hurting girls and women and so many others all around the world. Humanity and the planet are at stake right now. If this fascist regime is able to consolidate power, millions will not survive and life on Earth will be in grave danger. When little kids come up to you in the subway station and tell you that they're afraid to go to school, it's hard to find the right words to say. All I could tell them was that I promise to do everything I can to stop what Trump and his followers are doing, because this shouldn't be happening to you. None of this should be happening to anyone. The central message of Refuse Fascism is, in the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. In the name of humanity. That is why I'm part of this movement to drive the Trump and Pence regime out of power. And I hope all of you will join us in this mission.